Today I'm going to be talking about Rodney Akawa, the dating game killer. This these crimes take place in the 70s. He kidnapped a little girl and she was only 8, and a a man saw her get in the car with him. So he followed them and he called the police. Well, they came and they told him that he had 5 minutes or they were going to break the door down. So he ends up running off, and luckily they saved the little girl. She had a long recovery, but she got better. There, he took a flight attendant and he killed her in her apartment, and her boyfriend was trying to get a hold of her and he couldn't. So he called the police and they found her body. One of his victims, she was friends with one of the Hillside Stranglers victims, and they died just 2 weeks apart from each other. One young woman, her father owned a nightclub, and she was the goddaughter of Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin. She wrote on her diary that she wrote his name, so they knew that he was the last one to see her. But when they went to question him, he said that he did see her, but he dropped her off at her apartment. So he went to prison a couple of times, and every time he got out, like he never faced consequences, so he thought he could just keep on doing it. But it was his last young victim that really was how he got caught. One day, it was June, and so it was warm. This young girl and her friend decided to play at the beach because she had to be at work because she wanted to learn ballet. So she went at the beach for a little bit before she had to go to class. Her friend said that this guy came up to him and started asking him if he could take their picture because he was a photographer. So this is how he would lure a lot of his victims, because he would offer to take pictures of them. And so this is how he got them. Well, someone that the girls knew seen him talking to them, and she come up and he left, and she told the girls to basically not be talking to him. So they go on their way, and she was never seen again. And the sad thing is, a woman who was a firefighter saw him drag the girl into the woods, and she was just 12. And the woman who seen this did nothing. She didn't call the police or anything, and she was a firefighter. She waited to say anything. So that's sad. After all this went down, though, the friend was able to give a description of him, and it was accurate, and that is how he got caught. He was sentenced to death, but he tried to overturn it so many times, but it didn't work. But he wouldn't get the death penalty because he would end up dying of an old age. And they went to him because one of the victim's sisters was trying to, she thought that he killed her sister. Well, there was a picture that they found of her, and they took it to him, and they said that he tried to claim he didn't kill her, but he killed her. And she was pregnant. She was starting a new life. She was going to move away with her boyfriend, but her boyfriend wasn't the best, and he basically just left her. And at some point she met him, and he killed her. So, like I said, he would end up dying. And the sad thing is that the 12-year-old, her mom, it was just so pitiful. He would taunt them, and he was just do messed up things. He was really evil. But that's the story of the Dating Game Killer. Thank you guys for watching.